Hi, Lee Smith here for 3 Shades of Blue, your Grizzlies fan blog. Who takes over basketball games for the Memphis Grizzlies? I mean, we know who does it for the Clippers. It's probably going to be Chris Paul. We know who does it for the Lakers. It's going to be Kobe Bryant, or it will be again when his ankle heals up. But the question for the Grizzlies is, who takes over games for the Grizzlies? Who's going to be the person that makes the key play at the end of a game to actually dominate and impose their will on a game so that the team can actually come out with a win? I posed that question to a couple of the Grizzlies brass, John Hollinger and Stu Lash. Check out their responses in part 3 of 3SOB's exclusive interview with the two of them, as well as some stat geekery for you guys who are into advanced stats from John Hollinger, the inventor of the player efficiency rating. Check it out. We think you'll like it.
I think we have guys who take over the game in a different way than people are used to. We have the 2 best defensive players in the league. You know, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen. I think they absolutely take over games, just they do it without the ball.
Right.
So people don't see it as much.
It's not as glamorous, but
Yeah. But I mean, I think we've all seen Tony Allen turn off a guy's water, as he likes to say, and you know that's a rare talent. I mean, there are very few guys who can do that. And then Mark, with the way he commands the defense, I mean, I think in some aspects, I mean, you're right. Everyone gets caught up in kind of the go-to guy sort of hero ball kind of narrative, but
didn't Mike Conley lead the NBA last year in isolation?
He was also one of the league's top isolation scorers last year. Yeah.
I think if you're looking for anybody to take their offensive game to the next level this season, it probably would be Mike. And I think you saw that, after the Rudy trade, and then certainly into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way the game is being played right now, the point guard position is, it is what the NBA is. Unless you have those 2 or 3 dynamic wings that, are, the LeBrons and the Durants. Mm-hmm. It's the point guard position offensively. And I think Mike got the confidence that he's a tough guy to guard. Now that he's making his 3-point shot at the level that he's making with his quickness, and he's gotten stronger over the years, his little mid-range game, he's become a very, very complete offensive player.
Yeah,
we've got this new camera system in.
Sure.
What is that going to mean for you in the front office and for us as fans? Or are we going to see it? What's the effect of those?
That's a good question.
Okay, so let's break down what SportVU is real quick and explain to you why we're talking about it right now. SportVU is really advanced player tracking technology. They can tell you how many dribbles a player takes before they shoot, all kinds of interesting data like you see here on Marc Gasol. The NBA recently announced that SportVU will be in every NBA arena. So you got to imagine that in the hands of someone like John Hollinger, that's going to be pretty cool.
So they're putting them in all 30 arenas. I think the league is still figuring out how best to use them. I think there's going to be some stuff from those cameras that gets, into the league's website and onto the broadcasts and whatnot. And there's going to be other things that will stay the domain of the team side. These cameras produce so much data that it creates another challenge for an organization in terms of going through it all and sifting through and finding some meaning from it. And so we're talking to some people actually in the coming weeks about how we manage that and the best way to kind of take advantage of those cameras without drowning ourselves in data.
Well, if you're the Memphis Grizzlies, you don't go out and hire a guy like John Hollinger, who's known for his statistical analysis, without putting him to work. In other words, how do you take the stats and translate those into wins on the court?
Well, I mean, you saw last year, we were second in defensive efficiency, 18 in offensive. So the idea is that if we can hold that position in the defensive side and improve our position on the offensive side, we'll be in pretty good shape. Now, that's easier said than done, obviously, but we think with adding some shooting with Mike Miller, adding some, a ball mover like Nick Kalathis, upgrading our backup center spot. I think we've done some things to kind of push us in that direction. But again, we're going to need, the biggest thing is still like we need healthy, productive seasons from Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Zach Randolph, Tony Allen, Tayshaun Prince. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, I think that situation hasn't changed.
We'd like to thank John, Stu, and the entire Grizzlies organization for granting us access for this interview. Remember, 3SOB.com's got you covered for perspective and more cool stuff like this. Stay tuned.